喺揸車裏邊聽下歌呢，就其實係一個享受。當然啦，梗係希望架車個音響又靚啦。有啲人屋企有幾十萬、幾百萬嘅 Hi-Fi， 咁樣聽歌就梗係只可以講一句就係你又好啦。其實想安安靜靜咁喺屋企聽下自己中意嘅音樂，有時諗下都唔係易嘅。當然我而家講緊係好多人，大多數嘅出邊嘅人。而家我揸住架車講嘢，我由開始我個頻道就已經係咁樣嘅啦。有好多朋友好關心，你唔好揸住架車講嘢啦，喺屋企坐定定講啦，唔使同我擔心，我已經慣咗噶啦。我諗我大半生人喺個車裏邊嗰個時間呢，係真係好多，因為我都係住喺新界地方，咁我出親嚟我都係要揸車嘅，但係呢啲都係短途嘅啫。香港揸得幾遠呢架車？我最多喺個車裏邊嘅時間啊，由長途嘅話呢，就真係喺美國嘅嗰陣時嘅時間。喺羅省嗰8年，我成日都要來回三藩市，由我屋企揸車去三藩市係其實係多過396個 miles， 因為我都好熟悉啦嗰條路。我係去到某一個位嘅時候先睇到嗰個牌，因為嗰度開始呢就 hit freeway 啦，咁所以佢會寫呢度去三藩市係north 係幾多幾多，咁所以我由嗰個牌開始睇呢，就係396。咁我每一次咁樣嘅來回，你乘2呢，其實係一個長途嚟嘅。通常要揸車返落去，最好就係朝頭早，但係我好多時都係晏晝食完飯我先至去嘅。如果我2點零鐘開車嘅話呢，返到去都夜晚㗎啦。講返喺架車度聽歌，其實係已經係習慣咗啦。我可以講俾大家聽啦，我哋錄完音之後，我哋會拎個mix burn 一隻碟，就拎架車嗰度聽嘅。喺你架車又聽下，我架車又聽下，大家唔同嘅音響，聽我嘅效果。總之我喺架車裏邊普通嘅音響我都聽得好 balance 嘅話呢，咁就已經係 OK 嘅啦。所以其實喺架車裏邊聽音樂，我講嘅慣咗呢，就係甚至工作上都係咁樣。講返我成日都要揸長途車，有時係需要，但係有時呢係一個痛苦嘅經歷嚟嘅。為咗避免喺屋企家嘈屋閉，我寧願揸車返落去三藩市。咁所以喺嗰8年裏邊呢，我嘅來回啊係多到連我自己都數唔到，真係數唔到，係好攰嘅。其實通常咁樣揸一轉車，起碼都聽，如果我要聽一隻 CD 嘅話，起碼都聽5、6隻嘅。咁包括你要停低食嘢啊、入油啊，咁所以呢，大半日就係咁樣揸車去咗。我記得我買第一架車嘅時候係一架 Celica， 應該就係1974或者75年嗰陣時。由嗰陣時開始，我就整好晒啲歌。以前仲有 cassette 嘅，係冇 CD 嘅，係用 cassette。咁前年 Uncle Ray Cordell 生日，佢又請我去好多 artist， 我嘅前輩。Uncle Ray 就指定我要唱呢一首歌俾佢聽，我唔知點解嘅，或者佢特別中意啦。而其實我喺個台上面都講俾佢聽，自從錄咗唱片之後，我根本都冇現場去唱呢一首歌，因為根本冇機會唱，亦都冇一啲 event 係去唱下呢一類嘅歌，所以我係好少現場去唱呢啲歌嘅。咁當然 Uncle Ray 嘅 request 我就唱啦。呢一次我播俾大家聽嘅呢一首歌，好啱我跟住嘅嗰種嘅畫面，尤其是我而家講緊嘅，我每一次翻去三藩市，我嘅來回我都係揸 Freeway 5嘅5號公路，仲有一條101嘅就可以睇到海邊嘅，但係101呢就會嘥多啲時間，要多個幾鐘頭，咁所以我多數都行5。我係試過1、2次上咗山上面少少咯，就係見過落雪嘅啫，其他都算係天氣好好嘅。我覺得呢一首歌好啱嗰個畫面呢，就係其實嗰個時期我成日都會聽呢一張唱片，因為我啱啱錄完呢一張唱片嗰陣時係2004年，揸住個車聽呢一類嘅歌，尤其是我係星期5晚先至係upload 上俾大家聽嘅呢，通常都係抒情啲嘅歌嚟㗎啦。呢首就係叫做 There's Always
Me。When the evening shadows fall and you're wondering who to call for a little company, there's always me. If your great romance should end and you're lonesome for a friend, darling, you need never be. There's always me. I don't seem to mind somehow, playing second fiddle now. Someday you want me, dear, and when the day is here, within my arms you come to know other loves may come and go, but my love for you will be eternal.